After years of speculation about TikTok's privacy concerns, TikTok CEO Shapiro has been grilled on Thursday by Congress about the social media platform's data management. This hearing may be a crucial step in determining the legality of TikTok's data collection practices and potentially the legality of the app overall. This is Unbiased Tele, and today we'll be covering TikTok CEO Shipiro's testimony before the U.S. Congress and the reactions to it. Before we begin, make sure that you subscribe for more news about the verdict of the committee in the near future and like the video if you enjoy it. Concerns over TikTok's data collection are not new, with major concerns dating back to 2020. Many U.S. politicians accused the platform of collecting sensitive user data, which was being accessed by the Chinese government. This led former U.S. President Donald Trump to consider a ban on TikTok within the United States.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening. So we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
These concerns reached new heights between June and July of 2022, when experts had further warned that user data collected by TikTok could be accessed by the Chinese government and that TikTok was collecting excessive amounts of data. This led FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr to submit a letter to Apple and Google urging the removal of TikToks from their app stores. Among other things, he stated TikTok is not what it appears to be on the surface. It is not just an app for sharing funny videos or memes. That's the sheep's clothing at its core. TikTok functions as a sophisticated surveillance tool that harvests extensive amounts of personal and sensitive data. All of this led to TikTok CEO Shapiro being grilled by the U.S. Congress on Thursday about its data collection practices. During the hearing, Shapiro argued that TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, was not an agent of any country, not even China, and that although TikTok did collect user data, they did not spy on their users.
Let me start by addressing a few misconceptions about ByteDance, of which we are a subsidiary. ByteDance is not owned or controlled by the Chinese government. It's a private company. 60% of the company is owned by global institutional investors, 20% is owned by the founder, and 20% owned by employees around the world.
Mr. Chu, has ByteDance spied on Americans at the direction of the Chinese Communist Party?
No.
Madam Chair, I'd like to enter into the record this October 20th, 22 Forbes article entitled TikTok Parent ByteDance Plan to Use TikTok to Monitor the Physical Location of Specific U.S. Citizens. I ask you again, Mr. Chu, has ByteDance spied on American citizens?
I don't think that spying is the right way to describe it.
However, Democratic Representative Frank Pallone counter-argued that TikTok was not doing enough to keep users secure.
See, my problem here is you're trying to give the impression that you're going to move away from Beijing and the Communist Party. You're trying to give the impression that you're a good actor. But the commitments that we would seek to achieve those goals are not being made today.
At one point, Republican Representative Kat Cammack pointed out that TikTok users had posted the date of the committee before the date was publicly released and cited this as TikTok misusing sensitive information.
So I'd like to direct your attention to the screen for a short video, if you don't mind. This video was posted before this hearing was publicly noticed. I think that's a very interesting point to raise. But more concerning is the fact that it names this chairwoman by name.
A recent poll by CBS News conducted between March 20th and March 22nd shows that 61% of Americans are in favor of banning TikTok, whereas only 39% oppose banning it. Republican political commentator Ben Shapiro stated his belief that TikTok benefited China because the Chinese version of TikTok promotes educational videos, whereas he suggested that TikTok in the United States promoted content that did not encourage productivity.
Which is one of the reasons why China actually puts out a different version of TikTok in the United States than it puts out in China. The version of TikTok in China actually teaches kids math. The version of TikTok in the United States teaches kids to be trans. In fact, yesterday it came out that there was a TikTok employee named Bruce Sapp, he's a content manager, admitting that this algorithm is actually very good for China, the one that's been distributed in the United States.
Representative Jamal Bowman of New York stated at a rally against banning TikTok that Republicans only want to ban TikTok because they quote-unquote ain't got no swag.
Robert, I just realized something. Republicans ain't got no swag. That's why they want to ban TikTok. Republicans ain't got no swag. That's the problem. And I mention that in the context of engaging young people in the democratic process.
Although there is currently no plan to ban TikTok for all U.S. citizens, its data collection practices are being investigated. The U.S. Congress did, however, ban use of TikTok on government devices as part of a $1.7 trillion spending bill that was signed into law by President Biden in December of 2022. Do you think that TikTok should be banned in the United States? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more news on this story.